Hey, are you feeling kind of hungry? Well, tell me if this has ever happened to you. You're super busy, you're getting really hungry, but you're too busy to cook anything complicated. So you start wishing that you could just go pick up a pizza or grab a sandwich like the people without food allergies do. But it's not so easy for us, is it? So what if I told you that you could have homemade gluten-free pizza crust or a warm flatbread for a great big sandwich in less than an hour? I'm Christy from Beneficial Bento, where I show you how to make healthy food more fun and help you manage your food allergies. And that's what I'm going to show you how to make today, is homemade flatbread completely from scratch in less than 1 hour. Let's get started. First, in a small bowl, combine hot tap water, yeast, honey, oil, and vinegar. Set it aside so the yeast mixture has time to dissolve and bubble up. This is called proofing. While that's going on, combine my brown rice flour blend, sweet rice flour, almond flour, powdered milk, xanthan gum, baking powder, and salt in a mixing bowl. If you're dairy-free, you can use Van's dairy-free powder in place of the powdered milk. This complete recipe, including how to make my brown rice flour blend, can be found in the Gluten Free Baking for Beginners book. It's absolutely free. Just click the link to download it below. When the yeast mixture turns foamy, add to the dry ingredients in the mixing bowl. Beat for 2 minutes so the flours get completely hydrated. At this point, the mixture should thicken and form a soft dough. Cover the dough with a cloth and let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. Gluten-free flour takes longer than regular flour to absorb liquids, so it's important to give it a little extra time to do that. This will eliminate that gritty texture that you often find in gluten-free baked goods made using other recipes. And during the waiting time, you can preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Next, line a pan with parchment paper. You should spray the paper with a little cooking spray or oil as well. After the 20 minutes are up, you can spread the dough out to a thin layer with a wet spatula. Gluten-free dough is best managed with a little water instead of a little extra flour. So if the dough gets too sticky to handle, we would wet our hands if we needed to touch it. And in this case, we're going to use a wet spatula. Spread it out to about 1/4 inch thick, or however thick or thin you want your flatbread to be. It won't rise much during baking time. Once you're done with that, sprinkle over the top a little bit of Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and Parmesan cheese to taste. This is optional, but really, really good. Now it's ready to go in the oven. Bake it for 15 minutes until it just begins to brown around the edges and the bottom is browned. Remove it from the oven and lift the parchment out of the pan and set it aside to cool. Now you can make it into a sandwich or top it for a pizza in probably less time than it would take for delivery. And that's it for this recipe. So what did we learn today? Number 1, when you're really busy, you can still have hot homemade food in less than an hour, even if you can't eat gluten. Number 2, please let the bread cool a little bit before you cut it or try to roll it up. Gluten-free bread is just temperamental like that. And number 3, you can get this recipe and lots more in my free ebook, Gluten Free Baking for Beginners, if you sign up to be on my email list. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, if you do, you will be the first to be notified when my new video course, Gluten Free Bread School, is available, and you don't want to miss that. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen, and I'll see you soon with another gluten-free video. And that's it for this recipe. So what have we learned today? Who knows? Because the teleprompter won't scroll. I don't know what we've learned today. What the heck? Do we even learn anything from these videos? I don't know. Comment below and tell me if you've ever learned anything from any of my dumb videos. So what have we learned today? Number 1, when you're busy, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen next? When you're busy, you can still have hot, delicious food in less than an hour. even if you can't eat gluten. Yay! I don't know, did that sound good? Did I look dumb? Okay, should we just keep recording and we go to the very end?